And good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I would like to start my presentation with, please change the slide. According to time limits, generally we go ahead very fast. First of all, I would like to start my presentation with one of the meaningful poem from Allama Muhammad Iqbal Lahori, that the translation is that Asia is a body of water and clay, of which Afghan is such a heart in this body. Its decline is the decline of Asia, and its rise of the rise of Asia. Please change the slide. Our presentation covered 4 important topics about Afghanistan. The 2 first will delivered by me, and the 2 second by my colleague. Please change the slide. Yeah, I think Sanaullah, please come to the Afghanistan at a glance.
Can you see the screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Afghanistan at a glance. In this part, please change the slide. We talk about some information regarding the demographic data. Please change the slide. Yeah. The demographic information about Afghanistan is the population 41.13 million, and the 63% of this population is the youths, according to World Bank data. The life expectancy is 61.98 years, and the population growth rate is 2.5%. Official language of Afghanistan is Pashto and Dari, and more than 40 language people talk in this country. And the religion is Islam, with maximum number of 99%. In these photos, you're watching the famous historical and natural place of Afghanistan. That the first one is the National Park of Bamiyan, the Mazar Sharif Blue Mosque, the Herat Fort, and the Band Amir of Bamiyan. These are also recorded by UNESCO, and every year people come in here to visit this historical and natural place of Afghanistan. Please change. Please change the slide. Our cuisines. Afghanistan have the diversity of the foods, delicious foods. The very famous food of our country is qabli palau. So much people like this food, and all of people from all around the world are familiar with this. The hospitality is the hallmark of Afghan culture. Afghan people from everywhere, even out of Afghanistan, welcome to their guests with open arms, open face, and serve for them the delicious traditional dish. Some other famous foods of our country is Oshak and Mantu. Please change. Our foods are also such as qabli pala, rosh, oshak, and also green tea, our drinks, and dry fruits and fresh fruits are our foods that we serve for our guests. You're looking some beautiful and delicious foods. Please change the slide. Festivals. One of the more important things about our country is the festivals, that some of them are common with other Muslim peoples, like Eid. We celebrate 2 Eid, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. And also we have one more festival that we call Nowruz, celebrating the first day of the spring season. And to this day, we prepare a special food that we call Sewan fruits. And the second day of the Nowruz, or the second day of the New Year, we call the Farmer Day, and we celebrate also this day. Please change the slide. Please change the slide. Economic status of Afghanistan. Please change. Now we are talking about the economic status of Afghanistan. The 54% of population live below the poverty line, unfortunately. 1.90 USD per day is their income, according to World Bank data. Please move. And unfortunately, Afghanistan is counted as the less developed country. Per capita GDP is 355.8 USD. And agriculture, 60% of the workforce, 25% of the GDP. In addition, industry, 21% of the contribution to the GDP. And services, 54% of the contribution to the GDP. Please move. Our imports in Afghanistan country is different, and most of the imports are electrical tools such as the cell phone, computer, car. In addition, we also have the imports like the home goods and equipments that you're looking at in the pictures, and also the oils and the equipment of the factory are also our import. In addition, our exports are such as carpets, dry fruits, fresh fruits, minerals or juice stones, and also saffron and collier, and also you're looking some other pictures in here. It was about me, my part. Thank you so much, and go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ghafouri. I will quickly wrap up the session with the sustainability issues and the current trends initiatives.
You have just 2 minutes now, okay? Please.
All right. So according to the World Bank report, only 30% of the Afghan population have access to safe drinking water, although we have abundant water resources comparing to the neighboring countries, but due to poor governance and water management, we didn't raise up this figure. When it comes to the deforestation and land degradation, we have lost 50% of forest cover since 1990, according to the FAO estimates. And regarding the energy, only 28% of the Afghan population has access to electricity, and that's primarily focused on fossil fuels. Particularly in the winter season, the air quality is so bad that it's even difficult to breathe in major cities like Kabul, Mazar, Herat, and others. And regarding food insecurity, 37% of the Afghan population are food insecure, particularly due to the fact that currently, Afghanistan has been sidelined by the international communities in 2021, and also the climate shocks in terms of cyclic droughts and frequent floods. But I consider the conflict and instability for the last 4 decades that hinders the growth towards achieving the SDGs for the Afghan community. And that's why we are ranking 158 out of 166 country according to the SDG Index ranking, only scoring 49 as per the SDG Index scores. The only goal that's on track is the SDGs 12, which is responsible consumption and productions. One of the key projects, what's currently happening in Afghanistan in terms of a sustainable initiative is the Khushtapa Irrigation Canal, which is in the northern region. And it's a length of 285 kilometers and currently creating job opportunities for more than 6,000 laborers daily. And upon completion, it will irrigate more than 550,000 hectares of land. And this project is well aligned with no poverty, zero hunger, clean water and sanitation, decent work and economic growth, and finally, the climate actions. So with this, we want to wrap up the sessions, and you as a FAMNOS fellows are always welcome to our land because we consider the guests are the blessing of God, and our doors will be always open for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Sana, and thank you, Ruhina. Lovely presentation. That's why I'm so, I'm so happy to have this session. Looking forward to have this session. The food and the place to visit, they're all lovely. So I really need to move quick. Thank you so much, team, Afghan team. Next is Bhutan, Sarath.
Bangladesh, ma'am.
Bangladesh. Okay, Bangladesh.
Well, hello there. Hi, everyone. My teammate Tanvir Alam is there. Yeah. Zoom it in, please. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, done. Okay. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our presentation. I am Ashik. Me and my fellow mate from Bangladesh, Tanvir Alam, will induct you in this journey today. Bear with us. Please change the slide, please. Okay, so Bangladesh is one of the green, beautiful and small country nestled in the heart of South Asia. Bangladesh is full of natural resources. We have the longest sea beach in the Cox's Bazar, the Cox's Sea Beach on the south, and the largest mangrove, the Sundarban, on the southwest coast. Also, we have India on three side of us. Tanvi, please change the slide. Okay, so the history of Bangladesh is not that
Asik, we cannot hear you properly. You are breaking out. So can
Bangladesh
anybody
was
else?
a part of Indian subcontinent of its people.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Please go ahead. You were breaking out, so I was just thinking maybe somebody else can present, but it's okay. Just go ahead, please. Yeah, Asik, we cannot hear you.
Okay.
Ashik, can you hand over the mic to Tanvir if he can present the rest of the presentation?
Yeah, because we really want to listen to Bangladesh.
Or I can say.
Naveed, maybe you should start because maybe he's disconnected.
Okay, so as they have already told about the perspective of Bangladesh, like Bangladesh is based on South Asia, and it is full of natural resources, and we have Bay of Bengal and mangrove forest. Apart from that, we are vastly with lots of cultural activities. So many cultural activities are based in Bangladesh. For example, Jatra is one of our popular culture, and obviously so many natural songs, which is called Bawali, Kawali, and so many other resources which are full in Bangladesh. We have one of the best things that we have our own language, which is Bangla, and we gave blood in 1952. Because of that, we have so many martyrs during that time, And 21st February is called the International Mother Language Day, and people from all over the world celebrate the International Mother Language Day because of that incident happened in 1952. And apart from that, we have so many natural. We have culturally rich with foods. We have our main food is rice, and we have fishes which is called hilsha, and other fishes like rui and so many other natural fishes which diversely reaches our land. And we have our national poet, which is Kazi Nazrul Islam, who is the songwriter of our national, which alongside Rabindranath Tagore, who is called the national songwriter of us. And there is so many festivals. And also that slides are coming a bit late. That's why I couldn't pick the slides in on time. But apart from that, sweets is also bit rich here in Bangladesh. There are so many different kinds of sweets in Bangladesh, which is called Rasgulla, Chom, and the other laddus. These are the common sweets which you can find here in Bangladesh. Apart from that, there are so many cultural festivals which actually reaches in our community, which is actually Eid, because Bangladesh is mostly Muslim community. Apart from that, Durga Puja, Pohela Boishakh, Pohela Falgun, because of Bangladesh has 6 seasons and each season carries different messages. So if you go to the remote part of Bangladesh, you will find so many different kind of natural scene in different seasons. For example, in rainy season, you will find rain. Even in Pohela Boishakh, you will find the festivals, even farmers, even the local villagers celebrate this kind of festivals. And Pohela Boishakh is a UNESCO heritage site. You know, the rallies, the mask itself is one of the richest thing in our country. So these are the most important part, cultural heritage and other things which Bangladesh. And apart from that, we have a huge history in 1971. You know, we have a liberation war in 1971. So many people died because of the independence, and we are now a free country. And if we talk about the SDG part, if Tanvir can go on the slide. I already go in that, the Lalon Mela, Durga Puja and Navanno.
Yeah, we can see SDG progress in Bangladesh, Navid.
Okay, can Tanvir, are you going to say, or I will continue the presentation?
Now
Yes,
yeah, please
Tanvir can say.
move the slide, because now we are, yes, this is the slide.
Right.
I think. Okay.
Thank you, Navid, for covering
Tanvir, you can go.
section. Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Navid, for covering the subsection 1 and 2. Now I will present about the subsection 3 and 4, which ultimately talks about the sustainable development progress in Bangladesh and the current initiatives. Now, to understand the sustainable development status of Bangladesh, we have to understand some basic things like SDG ranking, where the countries rank by overall score in a scale of 0 to 100, where 0 means no achievement was done and the 100 means all indicators have achieved. Now, this score reflects progress towards all 17 goals and interpreted as a percentage of sustainable development goals achievement. Where the ratings, the visual representation of a country's sustainable development goals performance is color coded so that it can actually convey more meaning and more representation. And talking about the spillover effects, the higher is the score, the more positivities, the lesser the score, the more negativities. And having said that, can you please change the screen? Having said that, Bangladesh ranked 101 among 166 countries, but there is a catch. The 166 countries have available data to measure the sustainable development goal score indexes. In reality, there are 193 countries. Now, in terms of score, Bangladesh have 65.91 score, and I think relatively it is very positive because we are still not a developing country. We are still at the stage of transitioning. And with spillover score of 97.7, we think we have a positive ground on that. Now let's talk about the sustainable development goals with more details and having the indication of color described. Now the green color means the sustainable development goals is achieved. The yellow means there are challenges remain, and with brown it means significant challenges remain, and if it is red, it is not, it is major challenges remain, and if it is gray, there is not information available. Now, as you can see that the dashboard, can we move towards the second slide?
Tanvir, you have 1 minute left.
Right. Now, if we sum up, we can see that there are 2% missing data on SDG in terms of assessing the score of Bangladesh, which is very positive. And in overall, we have achieved 30.90% and or it is on track. And there is only 41.20% limited progress and 27.19% worsening. Now the worsening is critical, but having the statistical performance index in a score of 100, we have 69.7%. So that is why it is more comprehensible. Now, can we move to the next slide? Now, in sum up, around 30.9% SDG target we achieved or it is on track. 41.2% with limited progress, and 27.9% worsening, while 2% only data is missing. We have achieved Sustainable Development Goal 4 and Sustainable Development Goal 12, where moderate improvement was done in Sustainable Development Goal 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9. Major challenges remain in only 3 Sustainable Development Goals, which is SDG 14, 15, and 16. Now, there are some significant changes, but I will move forward to the initiative. Please.
Now time off because you already exceed 1 minute more.
Now
So-
the initiatives are very short. You can see it on the screen. Thank you for this opportunity, Omlas, and thank you everyone from the Bangladesh team for making this possible.
Thank you so much, team. Yeah, I wish we can hear you more, but because of time. So next, Bhutan, please.
Hello, ma'am. Can everyone see me?
Yes, I can see, but maybe Bangladesh team, you have to stop sharing. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And today I'll be sharing about my country, and we focused more on our cultural and history and our people. And if you want, you can take screenshots so you can read later, because I'll just rush through it in interest of everyone else's time. So we've all heard about Bhutan. We are known as a GNH nation, and some do call us the last Shangri-La. We are landlocked in Asia, and we are sandwiched between the 2 biggest nations, the most populous ones, India and China, and our other neighbors, although not by border, are Nepal and Bangladesh. And if I give a small explanation on who we as the Bhutanese are, we are a population of 792,000, and our nation is very mountainous, and we speak about 20 dialects, out of which Dzongkha, which is our national language, and English is the most spoken. And religion, Buddhism is the main religion in our country, and with about 82% of our population being Buddhist. We do have a large majority of Hindus as well, especially in the southern part of Bhutan. And we do have a minor number of Muslims and Christians. And our ethnic groups, I've not mentioned it here, but out of our ethnic groups, we have Ngalobs, Shashuts, and Lhotsampas. Ngalobs are the ones residing in Western Bhutan, Shashuts residing in Eastern Bhutan, and Lhotsampas are ethnic Nepalis that migrated here before, but they live in southern Bhutan. And this is our national dress, Go and Kira. As you can see, the one wearing the Kira is our other Bhutanese Omlas fellow, Tsirin. And this is me and my friend. So we literally took pictures just to showcase to everyone. And a brief history. I know this is all compacted together, but I'll move quickly. We were unified in 1616 by a Tibetan Lama. Once he came to Bhutan, Bhutan then became unified for the first time in its entire history. A dual system of government was formed from 1950 to 1907, and although there was a government, countless civil wars, external conflicts, we fought a total of about 53 wars against Tibet and British India. We lost those to British India, and in 1885, the last civil war came to an end, and we had peace. And then our monarch was elected in 1907, and since then we've been a monarchy. And so far we've had 5 kings, as you can see. The first one up there, Desi Jiminambil, is the father of our first king. The one below, second Drukgyalpo, which means Drukgyalpo, meaning the Dragon King. Jimmy Wangchu, third Drukgyalpo, Jimmy Dorji Wangchu. Fourth Drukgyalpo, Jimmy Singye Wangchu, the current king, Drukgyalpo, Jimmy Kesi Namgyal Wangchu, and Gyaltse Jimmy Namgyal, or the Crown Prince. And So therefore, now this is what we strive to be: good governance, sustainable, and balanced economic development. This is all about the GNH, and this GNH is the brainchild of His Majesty, the fourth Sukelpo here, Jimmy Singh Yuanchu. He came up with this, and what he said in 1979 was gross national happiness is more important than gross domestic. Oh, sorry, the last part, gross domestic product. And we are a Buddhist country, and therefore happiness arises from our Buddhist tradition, and it arises from the inside, and it's not restricted. And in as we grow up around monasteries and with monks in our community, we learn to be happy with what we have, to pursue enlightenment over physical wealth, and GNH is an integral part of our society. And if you have questions regarding GNH, do let us know. We'll try our best to explain what GNH is to you. And democracy in Bhutan. Democracy in Bhutan was officially instituted in 2008 with the enactment of the constitution, but it was not an ad hoc development. Our monarchs did perceive that a country cannot be a monarchy forever, and we've tried our best to be along with the other nations. So in 1953, the first organization, which was the first step of Bhutan to go towards democracy, the Guchemo, or the National Assembly. From then on, we've had multiple established institutions that brought us to where we are now, being a democratic constitutional monarchy. And so far, we've had 4 different ruling governments. And experts say that having 4 different ruling governments say that Bhutan, the people are trying out different governments, and there is no one government that has a monopoly over the voters. So we are going quite well with our democracy. And finally, our food. And our staple diet is usually red rice and ema datsi. Ema datsi is ema literally meaning cheese, and datsi is sorry, ema meaning chili and datsi meaning cheese. And it is a staple diet: beef, a lot of is chili, butter, and we do love our suja, which is our suja, and doma, and another part of our culture, which is doma. It is known in, we eat it with betel nut and the leaf, although I don't consume it personally myself. It is a part of everyone, all people, young, they all have it. And historically, through Bhutanese mythology, Guru Rinpoche, back, he gave this as to our people who were cannibals. When you eat doma, there is a red spit coming out.
Anyway, okay, so if we have time, we can get back to him again. So next is Maldives. And please, let's not write, write in a chat when they are presenting. It is distracting. Let's listen to them. And
Shall I start?
Yes. Maldives, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Okay. I hope it is visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. All right, so dear friends, I'll take you all through my beautiful country, Maldives. So here you see our flag and also our national coat of arms. So this is where Maldives is. Maldives is in the Indian Ocean, neighboring to Sri Lanka and India. We are officially known as the Republic of Maldives, and we are, of course, an island nation with over 1,200 plus islands with more than 220 atolls. So this is our national flag, which is represented by 3 colors. The red color represents the heroes, the blood of the heroes who fought for our country to get our independence. And the green color represents peace and prosperity. The white crescent moon represents our Islamic faith, because Maldives is a 100% Muslim country. So to look at or to give an overview, our capital city is called Male City, and we have our own language, which is called as Divehi, very similar to Sinhalese, Tamils, and Urdu. And of course, our currency is known as Maldivian Rupiah. Our ethnicity belongs to South Indian, Sinhalese, and Arab. And we have a population of 540,000. So this is how our language, how the characters or the alphabets, I would say, in our language looks like. Some facts about our country, about Maldives, is that we are the flattest country in the world, and less than 1/5 of the islands are inhabited. And of course, we are 100% Muslim country, and we gained independence in 1965 from British. And one interesting fact is that in 2009, the president of Maldives, the back then president of Maldives, President Mohamed Nasheed, organized an underwater cabinet meeting to create awareness about the climate effect or the danger that Maldives is in, to create awareness about that issue. And cowrie shells were used as an international currency in 1800s. And Maldives is some beautiful things in Maldives is that we have our lagoons, our beaches, we have wetlands all around, mangroves, and so many other things like that. And this is something that would be seen a lot in Maldives, in a lot of islands. So this is bioluminescence from glowing planktons, which you see a lot in Maldives. And we are a presidential representative democratic republic, which means we have an executive branch, which is headed by the president, the vice president, and the cabinet. Legislative branch with 87 members of parliament, and of course a judicial branch. This is our current president, Dr. Mohamed Muiz. Looking into the economy, we are a mixed economy. We have the main sectors include tourism, construction, fisheries, transport, and agriculture, among which tourism is the biggest, which contributes to 28% of our GDP. Maldives has a rich and vibrant culture due to the infusion of various other cultural elements from all over the world. And just some of the traditional dresses that we have, the middle picture shows our national dress that we wear on several occasions. And these are the traditional dresses that men wear in various occasions. Some dance and music forms that we have. So I'll just go through this. And then we have craftsmanship of mat weaving, coir rope making, lacquer work, thatch weaving, and this is also something traditional that has been passed on from generations, called kasabuvium. And then there is boat building. Our cuisine, one of the main things that we have is fish, of course. So in almost in all our food, we have fish as a main component. Garude is something which is like a fish soup. Then we have masuni as the breakfast with chapati or roshi that we call in our language, and fish curry is something which a lot of people eat in Maldives. Some landmarks, the official residence of the president, the tomb of Muhammad Taqur Khan, Male Friday Mosque, Uttim Ganur, the Grand Friday Mosque, British War Memorial, and Tsunami Monument. So just a sneak peek into the marine life of Maldives, of course, which is a huge attraction, a tourist attraction in Maldives. And another thing is our white sandy beaches. Now, going into the sustainability issues, before we go into that, where we are in terms of SDG, where we stand. So we are in the SDG index rank, we are at 68. And some of the SDGs that we are very good at, or we have almost achieved, includes SDG 1, SDG 4, and also SDG 10. We are making great progress in terms of SDG 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 16, and of course 17 as well. So some of the major issues that we see are plastic pollution, waste management issues, soil erosion, of course, due to climate changes, and gender equality, especially in terms of political empowerment of women and economic empowerment of women, are various challenges that we see, and corruption. Some initiatives that have been taken includes some programs, a lot of programs actually have been done recently to install renewable energy, solar energy in various parts of the country, including the Greater Male city. So some of the new housing units that are coming up are being powered by this. So green energy is something that Maldives is highly focusing on. In 2021, a law was passed to ban import of certain single-use plastics, which has been implemented in 2022. And we are seeing some progress in terms of this, although it's not enough as of now. And of course, actions have been taken to address waste management issues. We have waste management centers that are being established all around the country. So with this, we are hoping that we will find some solution to that issue as well. And last year, with the new government, the government has started an initiative called 5 Million Tree Program, which is going on. The aim is to plant at least 5 million trees by the end of these 5 years. And we practice sustainable fishing. We have sustainable fishing practices. So pole and line is the main form of fishing that is being carried out in Maldives. And some economic initiatives to support the MSMEs and the businesses include Business Center Corporation, which provides business support services, Job Center, which also helps in those who are unemployed, and SME Development Finance Corporation, which provides loans to SMEs. And of course, as the last thing, a National Gender Equality Action Plan was brought in 2022. With that, thank you so much. Shukriya.
Thank you so much, Amina. You are right on time. Congratulations. Well done. So beautiful Maldives. Hopefully we can all visit one day. So next is...
Thank you so much. And for this presentation, I wore our national dress.
Wow. So just be there. Then I will take one screenshot. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Next, who we have?
Cambodia, ma'am.
Okay. Cambodia. Cambodia. Where are you, Cambodia? Who is next then, Sarat?
Indonesia.
Okay, Indonesia.
Okay. So, selamat malam semuanya. I was saying hi, good evening. So, Indonesia team will play a video, 5 minutes video, and in the end of the video, there will be surprise for you. So, stay tuned. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Ade, yes.
Okay. And sound as well.
Sound, I cannot hear you, hear the video, but yes.
Oh. Oh yeah, this one. Okay.
Let's just try, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try.
Yes.
Okay.
The Republic of Indonesia is the largest archipelago in the world. Indonesia has a total population of more than 235 million people from more than 350 ethnic groups. Ever since prehistoric times, the Indonesian archipelago has been inhabited. Most Indonesians today speak at least 2 languages or more. Volcanic eruption in Indonesia made the ideal habitat for a large number of unique and endemic flora and fauna. Being a tropical country, Indonesia is blessed with 2 seasons. Various kinds of different cultures and traditions around the country are also expressed in many interesting events. Indonesian culture is indeed rich in arts and crafts. For example, textile, woodcraft, and beautiful sculptures. Indonesian cuisine is one of the most vibrant and colorful cuisines in the world, full of intense flavor. Many of the world's most ancient wonders can be found in Indonesia. Indonesia has a diverse wealth of terrestrial and marine animal species. Flora and fauna of Indonesia are divided by an imaginary line called the Wallace Line. Experience how communities have sustained their beliefs and traditions throughout the centuries in splendid isolation in order to survive this eternal cycle of life and death on Earth. Great Batam, blessed with a lot of potential tourism objects, beautiful beaches, and cultural attractions. As industrial and commercial city, Batam is perfect place for shopping lovers. Sumatra, land of Malay culture, the place of one of the best Indonesian cuisine, rendang, is here. The beauty of local tradition is preserved until now. Great Jakarta. Jakarta, as the capital city and the center of Indonesian government, is the main entrance for tourists to Indonesia. Jakarta is also a business center in Indonesia where you can shop anything easily. Bandung, a paradise for creative industry. Fashion, music, culinary, art, design, and more interesting things can be found here. Yogyakarta, a unique traditional cultures, friendly local residents, also place for 100 years of one of civilization wonder, Borobudur Temple. Surabaya, the city of heroes, and the second biggest metropolitan city in Indonesia. Surabaya is also an industrial city. Many historical places still can be visited here. Great Bali, enchanting beaches, irreplaceable natural beauty, making this area the best place to enjoy the natural wealth of Indonesia. Not to forget that the traditions of the local residents are well preserved. Kalimantan, or also known as Borneo, is a paradise for those who love flora and fauna and find ecotourism exciting. Sulawesi, the most prominent tourist attractions in this island are ecotourism and marine tourism that grant the island the reputation of being a diverse paradise. Maluku Papua, a hidden paradise in Indonesia, society with rich traditional culture, extraordinary natural wealth such as Raja Ampat, and home for typical Indonesian flora and fauna.
talk about Indonesia, we must start with, do you know Bali?
Of course, I'm Indonesian because I can use my magic hand to stop car.
Hi guys, of course I'm Indonesian. I eat fries with raw chilies.
Of course I'm Indonesian because I sleep with cooling.
I'm Indonesian. Every time I shop, I bargain.
Yeah, that's the video. And for the SDG issue will be presented by Ihsan.
You have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about issues that currently happen in Indonesia, we are actually like facing 3 biggest issues in Indonesia. For example, like environment, and then economy, and the third one is education. The education system in Indonesia is actually pretty low in the system, so there are so many children could not have an opportunity to, you know, like have an access to education. And then talking about the economy, we're still facing unemployability, and then the business opportunity and lack of opportunity for SMEs to grow their business and scale it up. And then for the environment, we also have an issues like clean water availability and waste management. That's still partly some of issues we're currently facing in Indonesia. So to tackle these issues, we and also our governments have already many things in the society. For example, like we are also like give understanding to the local people and also for our surrounding to know more about sustainability, especially for the sustainable development goals. So this is actually like the presence of ourselves as a leader to promote and also give understanding to another young leaders around us. Thank you.
Done?
Done, Rasmi. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I wish the picture was more like real, but it's a lovely video. I just wish all those, you know, landmarks was a real picture so that we really had a feeling of it. But anyway, I know it's a sort of time was very short, so that is also creative. Thank you so much, Indonesian team. Next, Hong Kong. If they are not present here, we can move ahead. Sarath.
Visible now?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Namaste everyone. This is Team India presenting our tricolor nation and celebrating unity in diversity. We have a population of over 1.35 billion. We speak over 325 languages and our tribes are 700 plus and following 8 major religions. India is the 7th largest country and the largest democracy of this world. The history of India is complex and a very fascinating narrative of civilization, interactions, transformations, shaping its diverse identity and global significance. Starting with Indus Valley civilization, our country has been the home to the world's earliest urban civilization, and the Vedic period has been famous for the composition of Veda, which is still the basis of Hinduism. Our Maurya Empire is much glorified to connect the entire Asian subcontinent by promoting Buddhism, whereas our Gupta Empire was known as the Golden Age of India. Our medieval period consisted of Islamic invasions and sultanates, Mughal Empire, and a lot of regional empires flourishing. Colonial India had Britishers introducing railways, education reforms, and modern administration, but they also exploited Indian resources and suppressed movements for independence. Led by figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Subhash Chandra Bose, India gained independence from the British rule in 1947. So modern Indian history is characterized by a quest for democracy, social justice, and economic development, shaping it as a diverse and dynamic nation. India is a land of festivals. We start with Diwali, which is the festival of lights, to Holi, which is festival of colors, Eid al-Fitr, which is famous for its act of charity, Navratri and Dashera, which reaffirms our victory over the evil. Next is Christmas, which spreads cheer across the nation, and Ganesh Chaturthi, which is like beloved festival here. Raksha Bandhan, which reaffirms the bond between siblings. Pongal, Makar Sankranti, Onam, Baisakhi, which celebrates harvest and regional cultures. Indian music is vibrant tapestry of diverse styles and genres, which includes classical music, folk music, and devotional music. And obviously our favorite Bollywood, which is a blend of classical, folk, contemporary elements, enhancing storytelling in Indian cinema with catchy tunes and meaningful lyrics. Indian dance is a mesmerizing art form that embodies the country's rich cultural diversity and ancient traditions. Each classical dance form has a unique style, gesture, footwork, expression reflecting regional influences and cultural nuances. It is just not a performance, but a celebration of heritage, identity, and artistic expression that captivates audience worldwide. Art. So it is a vibrant tapestry woven with centuries-old traditions, diverse styles, and rich cultural influences. Classical Indian art, seen in paintings, sculptures, architectures, reflect the country's spiritual and mythological heritage. And our artists throughout the generations have explored the theme of identity, social issues, globalization, cultural fusion through various mediums like painting, sculpture, installation, digital art, and architecture. Overall, Indian art is a reflection of country's cultural depth, creativity, artistic heritage, captivating audience worldwide. Fashion. So sari, which is still worn in Indian communities widely, was first spotted in Indus Valley civilization. With our history developing, our fashion sense has also developed. During Mauryan and Gupta period, the use of silk became very prominent, and the Mughal introduced Zardozi, and the British helped us out with Western garments, which we converted into fusion. Contemporary Indian fashion reflects a blend of traditional craftsmanship, sustainable practices, fusion wear, and a growing emphasis on ethical fashion. Food. So Indian cuisine is as diverse as the country itself, with each region boasting its own unique dishes and cooking styles. Indian food it can be enjoyed at a bustling street vendor's stall or can be savored in a fine dining setting. But it is a culinary journey that captivates and delights, inviting food lovers to experience the richness of India's gastronomic heritage.
India has a long history of education with famous institutions like Takshashila and Nalanda. The modern education system in India began to develop under British ruling. After independence, India implemented major reforms to improve education and address challenges like low literacy rate and quality issues by few acts and policies. Few of them are Right to Education Act, National Education Policy, Digital India Program, Skill India Mission, which mainly focuses on promotion of digital literacy, vocalization, vocational training, and multidisciplinary education. As a result of education policies and law, India is getting better in science and technologies. Such advancement result in space research and exploration, where ISRO has achieved several milestones like the launch of Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan. In a field of IT and artificial intelligence and robotics, India is moving forward. Institutions like National Institute of Nanotechnology, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, and along with that, institutions like Indian Council of Medical Research, that is ICMR, plays crucial role in advancing nanotech and biotech researches. Along with this, India has a well-developed nuclear energy program with several nuclear power plants operating across the country. Understanding the importance of fossil fuels, India has focused on renewable energy resources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power in recent years. With the strong focus of generic drugs manufacturing, the country also invests in healthcare researches with institutions like ICMR, AIIMS. Now let's hear about some policies from Priyanka.
India is the largest population of India is living in the villages and we have the localized recipes for our villages. From 2014, we have the scheme. I'm not able to see the. Yes.
It's visible to everyone, right, Priyanka?
Yes, I can
thank you.
see it.
Is it-
It's visible for us.
Poverty. Like a poverty-free village, clean and green village, water sufficient village, and the women and children friendly village, and village with a good governance and water sufficient village. These are the all 17 SDGs localized for enhancing and strengthen the local self-governance. We have the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, that is the cleanliness movement which is started in 2014. We have the Smart Cities Mission to develop the sustainable development of the cities. And yes, next. One Health Mission, which is fostering the collaboration among the health institutes and controlling the diseases and also promoting the food security. We have the National Mission for the Sustainable Agriculture and the National Mission for the Water, which is enhancing the food security and increase the income of the farmers and all level of water conservation as a rainwater harvesting and ensure the equitable distribution of the water across the India. For the plastic, we have some rules and the regulation from production, use to disposal. Next.
Priyanka, time is almost gone. So yeah, how much time?
Just a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah. India has strong presence in United Nations, and we have strategic partnerships, and we have good connections with other countries based on the regional stability, cultural exchange, and growth and unity. Yes, we believe in the gratitude of all the countries and the nations we have partnership with, and we are sharing this beautiful planet as a home and family with all. And we believe in the principle Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is the world is one family and we all are the home. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much, Indian
you.
team. It's amazing, yeah. Okay, next. Kazakhstan, are you there? Kazakhstan, are you here? Okay, next.
I think Laos.
Laos, I think they're
The requester also present,
yeah.
so I'll be presenting.
You can use share the screen for me, please.
Sure. Sir, are we sharing?
Oh, did you call me?
Jean, are you presenting? I think it's Laos turn, right?
Yeah, I can present it.
Now it's
Oh,
Laos.
that seems. No,
Jean.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So Tlasi, you are muted, and now it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello guys, welcome to Laos. Can you go to the next slide? Yes, so this is me. My name is Tulasi Akamania. So currently I am a final year student here in the Laos, and I love listening to podcasts, music, art, and creative person, and challenging my abilities. Okay, next. So for introductions about Laos, the full name of Laos is Laos People Democratic Republic, or you can call Laos PDR, or you can just call Laos. It's easy. And the country is bordered with 5 countries. China in the north, Vietnam in the east, Cambodia in the south, Thailand in the west, and Myanmar in the northwest. So we have total area is 236 1,800. Yes. So next. For what is Laos, like where we come from. So first thing first is like people named Thai people. They came from Yunnan, China, in the 13th century. So Lansang came from the first kingdom, like because like Telfanum created the Lao Lansang. So Lansang is the name of the first kingdom. So established like in the 53. Yes, next. So here is the overview about history. So we are rich in history from the ancient Lao Lansang to become the colony. So we have like various colony in the 19th century, and also we become like as etc. of the colony as like Siam is the Thailand now, and France, Japan, and the US. So we are revolutionary from the government, from the monarchy to the democratic government. And also the culture, we are very like diversity because we have like 15 group and the languages is various. And also Buddhist is out like the national religions here, and we abandon in traditional and culture. Yes, next. For here is the bomb missing over Laos from 1955 to 1973. It's like we can open it. It's 2 minutes, I think, but we can just stop it. I just few of them because like this is the bomb, and because of that, this is the timeline of the long history. Become like when before we came that established to Laos. Right now we came from Lansang area and colony era because like we are under colony from Siam like over 100 years, and also another colonies like French like maybe 50 years, and also another thing happened. And the secret war is the one thing that like we cause. And right now, because why we have this SDG 18, because this one, because we collaborate with Vietnam, and we are like neighbor something, and we help each other during that time. So nobody know this one. So right, they call secret war. So after that, we established our country in December 2nd, 1975. Yes, next. So we can skip this one. So culture, we were talking about the languages and the Buddhist and festival something, etc. So we jump into the culture part. Yes. So for the languages, we use Lao as our national language, but like most of people, they can speak Thai as well because we have like similar languages, and also most of them right now they study to learn Chinese, and some of them can speak Vietnamese, and we are like advantage of the border with many countries, so that's why we can speak a lot of languages. So we can call Sabaidi is like mean hello, hi in Laos. Khop Chai is thank you, and nice to meet you. We say Yindi Thien Hu Chak De. Yes. So next. So our religion, as I mentioned before, we have like Buddhist is the big group in Laos, but in our constitution we don't have any rule like to believe or not believe the religion. So yeah, that is the thing. For the festival here, we do have the biggest festival is Lao New Year, and also we have many New Years as well because I don't have time to talking about that. So just let into like New Year, Lao New Year first. Yeah. So for Lao New Year is happen this month, so it's gonna be next week, I think 14 to 16 each year. So the ceremony we have to spend time with our family, and also we showing respect for the family. Yes. So for about food, we love spicy food. And the thing that you need to try when you when you visit Laos is spicy. Sticky rice. The sticky rice is very famous here, and the best is in Siang Quang, in my hometown. So you should try in my hometown. Yeah, that is very good. Sorry, I forgot to put this one, so just skip this one. For the outfit here, as we mentioned it before, we are Buddhist, but the most of the outfit is look like the women there. They wear is like they have the t-shirt with silk, and we have like design to fit us. But right now we do have many design based on like the how to say, based on the people and based on the thing. But the silk is came from the warm silk, and that is very like valuable, and we love weaving. And like many of women, they can weaving by themselves, and many the styles can decide. Yes, Nick. Yes, as I mentioned, is weaving here. Like we can do a lot. So many of women, they can do it, but I cannot. Sorry guys, I cannot do it. But yeah, I love it, but I will try to learn it. Yes. So next. So for the challenge, we do have a lot of challenge here because like we are in undeveloped country. So the biggest one is like we still have abundant nature. So we have the many resources, but we cannot we don't have the equipment to do. So that's why we have the investment from foreigners. So that is cost a lot to our locals, and also like they cut down the tree, that is cost to the climate change and the young marriage and the poverty, because that is the cycle. So many of people, they don't have like, we don't have that much of access to the education. So that's why people just wanted to get married very soon and like very young age, and after that is like the cycle of poverty. And I really wanted to take action on this. And the education, because like many of the remote area, they don't have like thing like school, or even if like the train of teacher. So that is make like many of students, they some of them cannot read loud or something happen like that. And also the thing is like we have many like in a group, so they do have their own languages as well. So it's hard to take that action if they're not local people. So I think that is Laos. And oh yes, and that is for me, I think. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
With all of Laos. Yeah, I hope you will visit again. Visit us soon. If you come, just call me. You'll be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much from Laos.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Just give me a moment. I hope you all can see me.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Good evening. This presentation is prepared by Erwin and me. Before I start this presentation, I would like to say that at the end of this presentation, I and Erwin have taken the initiative to share some places to eat, places to visit, and a tourism guide. Hello.
Yep, Sunish, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Firstly, I will start Discover Malaysia, a journey through its history, culture, and sustainability. So Malaysia is a rich cultural heritage where we actually have three main ethnics, actually four. First is the Malay, Chinese, and the Indian. Also, not forgetting the indigenous community where we call them Orang Asli here. So through the historical journey, we will learn about the past and the strategic trade hub, colonial influences, and the path to independence. So this is actually the A. Formosa Fort in Malacca. Malacca is a state in Malaysia where during these times, the British built this fort, and as a place to actually hide from other soldiers. And Malacca is actually under the UNESCO World Heritage. Then we move on to embracing the sustainability, where we discover Malaysia's initiative in ecotourism, conservation of wildlife, and efforts towards renewable energy sources. So this is our famous animal, orangutan. Then we move on to the next slide, which is the brief history of Malaysia. Malaysia is the Malaysia's colonization by the British in the 18th and 19th centuries has marked a significant shift in the country's governance and social structure. So during 1957, 31st of August, our Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman, actually announced Merdeka. And this Tugu Negara is actually what we call a national monument, where our soldiers, we pay tribute to our soldiers who fight the war during World War II. This is one of the oldest palaces in Malaysia. It's called Istana Melaka, again at the state in Malacca, which is the UNESCO World Heritage. Then we move forward. Malaysia is also located in the Southeast Asia, with coastlines along the South China Sea. We are known for our tropical climate and stunning beach. So this part of Malaysia is actually called the Straits of Malacca, where during those times they used to have a port where everyone from different countries will come and trade, especially the Indians, Chinese, and Malays are usually there. So this is how we form a diverse ethnic group. So this is one of the beach in Sabah. It's called the place is called Sempurna, and then we have our famous duty-free island Langkawi in Kedah, and then we have Pulau Perhentian and Pulau Tioman. Then the people of Malaysia has a vibrant mix, not only Malay, Chinese, and Indian, but we also have the Baba and Nyonya. This is a very special community. And then the Kadazan Dusuns in Sabah. We also have some small community of the Sikh people. And these are actually the indigenous people, orang asli. Let's explore the Islamic influence within Malay cultural practice in Malaysia. This is our national mosque. And then the Malays, they celebrate Hari Raya Aidilfitri. That's what they call in Malaysia. But most of your presentations, they were called Eid, right? Eid Mubarak. So it's actually the same thing. And then the Malays are famous for batik painting and wow. This is the traditional costume. Let me go to the Indian culture, the Indian community. This Bharatanatyam is still practiced in Malaysia, not only in India. And we celebrate Deepavali. I'm actually from this community, and this is one of our most famous temple, which is also a part of the tourism. And then this is our traditional costume, and another festival that we celebrate, Thaipusam, which most of them will actually go to this place for that. It will be flooded with people every year. Then in the Chinese community, it's all about prosperity and family and respect. So they have the lion dance, and then this is how they celebrate together as a family. This is their traditional costumes. This Jisang, they actually do it together, where they hold the foods with chopsticks and all. Then they will, I think the Chinese understand that they actually celebrate it together. And this is their temple. Because of the diverse ethnic groups, we are lucky enough to have so much of foods. Like the Malays have nasi lemak, which is the most famous food here. And then they have nasi kerabu. These are the type of desserts, actually you can call them. And we have snacks like satay. For the Indians, we have roti canai, thosai, mulka, and banana leaf meal. So the Chinese cuisines, char kway teow, chicken rice, curry laksa, and wonton mee, all of these foods are my favorite. That's why I chose, I chose them. Now I would like to pass the presentation to Erwin.
Thanks, Ganesh. So like Malaysia's diversity of people, our ecosystem has also diverse. So in Malaysia, we are covered in rainforest as well as national marine parks, as well as highlands. So this is the picture of what we call the Taman Negara, the national park in Malaysia. We have about 3 to 6 national parks in different sizes throughout Malaysia. And if we go to the next slide, please. So in Malaysia, we do have an ecosystem that works for both our flora and fauna. So we have the animals like orangutan on the land and also animals like turtles in the marine side. But most of these ecosystems are now affected by our industry, which is reliant on fossil fuel. So 50% of Malaysia's GDP comes from fossil fuel dependent industries like shipping, oil and gas, and also palm oil. So all of these industries are now disrupting the ecosystem that we had in this tropical country. If we go to the next slide, please. So in terms of sustainability issues, we divided this into 2 parts. One is the environmental capital and one is the human capital, since that sustainability affects both. In terms of the environmental capital, in the last 20 years, Malaysia lost about 33% of its tree cover, predominantly in the humid primary cover where all the animals live. And also because of Malaysia's air pollution caused by industries, about 32,000 people die annually in Malaysia. And also Malaysia is the 16th largest fisheries globally. And because of our shipping and oil and gas industry, most of these fishes are moving away from the Malaysian waters, and also the temperature are getting increasing, and as such, a lot of coral reefs and also fishes are dying. In terms of the human capital, because of this natural ecosystem disruption, we are seeing that businesses are struggling with moral and ethical responsibility. So we have issues like fair labor practices, promoting safe working conditions, and also encouraging diversity, equity, and inclusion in our workplace. So for example, in East Malaysia, many of the children doesn't get primary education because they are stateless, and the law doesn't permit them to get education from the national system. Most of these children are the sea gypsies, or we call the Dayak community, where they live on seas and not on land, so they don't get national identity card or passports. And during COVID-19, about 20% of students drop out of school to support family business. So this shows the poverty level. While Malaysia is still a developing country, the underdeveloped communities or the vulnerable communities are very affected. If you go to the next slide, please.
Now the time is up. Really, you took 10 minutes already. So.
Okay. Just the last slide I can just show.
Okay.
So there's 4 initiatives you can read. So predominantly it's about the industry that we are working on and how we are overcoming using the businesses to contribute towards the ecosystem.
Thank you so much. Okay. Next we have, I think, Thailand, Sarath or Jean?
Yes, ma'am, Thailand.
Okay. Thank you, Malaysian team. It's just such a rich information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Good evening, everybody. So now I'm going to bring you on a trip to amazing Thailand. We can all see my screen, and there is a black box at the side. So, wait, what is the last slide? No. What? Okay. Awesome. So, very briefly, a history of Thailand starts with Sukhothai period, which is known or recognized as the first Thai kingdom. It was considered to be the golden age of Thai culture. It was also during this period that King Rangkhamhain invented a writing system that eventually became the modern
script with 44 alphabets and 32 vowels tones. Then we move on to the Ayutthaya period, which flourished due to its strategic geography. It was an island sitting on 3 rivers, but Ayutthaya was invaded by the Burmese army, which then brings us to the Thonburi era. It was a period of peace and expanding diplomatic relations. This is then followed by Ratnakosing period, where King Rama I of the Chakturi dynasty relocated the royal capital to modern-day Bangkok. And this period also saw massive improvements in public welfare, education, administration. Slavery was also abolished. Then modern Thailand is really marked by an uprising in 1932 that changed the country from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional monarchy. The name of the country was also changed from Siam, Thailand, meaning land of the free. But of course, if you follow Thai politics, you know we're not that free. So, moving on to Thai culture, we do share very much similarities with our neighbors like Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia. So, Buddhism, or Theravada Buddhism to be specific, plays a huge part in Thai culture and society. So, males, when they reach the age of 18, usually always or most men have to spend 1 month or a minimum of 2 weeks in a temple as a monk. And of course, we have the world famous Muay Thai and tuk-tuks, and of course, a lot of. And when it comes to festivals, we are also approaching Songkran, the Thai New Year soon, and this year, the celebration in Thailand lasts for 21 days, which is really awesome. So if you guys want to come visit Bangkok, now is the perfect opportunity to do so. And since Thailand has 5 regions, up in the north or the northeast, we do have slightly different cultural norms and religion-related festivals. But of course, we do celebrate Chinese New Year. Thailand has a huge Chinese population as well. And so then moving on to our food, I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about the Thailand's Tom Yam Goong before, or of Pad Thai. It's a really classic food, but if and when you have the opportunity, I would really encourage all of you to try food from the south, which is connected to Malaysia. So we have spicier curries, like Masama curry and gang. And up in the north, we have fermented sausages as well as khao soi noodles here. And of course, all of our food is usually based around seafood or chicken. And of course, we have our famous fruits, the durian, the mangosteen, and roast apples and mangoes. That is Asian fruit, tropical fruits, but I do believe in Thailand they do taste slightly unique. So moving on to sustainability, Thailand does have an overall or a general approach. It's a national policy called the BCG, bio, circular, green. But when we talk about Thailand and our policies, we have a lot of laws, a lot of policies, but we have no policies. There's a huge gap between the policy and actually translating that into action at the local level. So pollution continues to be one of the worst issues right now. I think about 2 weeks ago, Chiang Mai in northern Thailand ranked #1 as the most polluted city in the whole world. I mean, if you want to be positive, then yay, we're top 1 for something. But most of our pollution comes from cars. Bangkok is notorious for traffic, but also from industrial emissions and burning. So farmers, for example, in rural areas still burn their crops and to clear land. And of course, we also burn trash, which is horrible. And there are plenty of policies as well, but again, no implementation and no checking. The second issue we have is with plastic. So we do create a hell lot, of plastic waste annually, and 11% of that is just disposed to landfills or just straight away burned. And out of those 11% of plastic waste that is burned, 8.5% of this trash come from single-use plastics. That's your straw, plastic cups, plastic bags. But the funny thing is, we did have a law called the Roadmap on Plastic Waste Management. This is already edition number 2. So what it does is to eliminate all forms of single-use plastic. And guess what? Clearly didn't work out. And then the final sustainability issue of it is really with biodiversity. So because Thailand, it's a pretty big country, so we do have quite a diverse sort of terrain and different types of ecosystems. But because of logging, wildfires, illegal hunting, and of course, unsustainable tourism, our plants and animals do face extinction, and that's really sad. So we, of course, again, we do have national biodiversity plans, and we do work with a lot of IGOs and international, regional, as well as local organizations to combat biodiversity loss. But of course, all these are work in progress, and we would definitely need the power of young people like us to continue to push forth this agenda. So, yeah, that was a very brief but hopefully interesting trip to Bangkok, and I do hope to see you in person soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Suthira. It is wonderful. So thank you. You made us feel like we want to come to Thailand so soon. Okay, so next we have Jin from Japan. Yes, Jin, please go ahead. Finally, you can
Okay,
see Jin full-fledged today.
okay, thanks so much. Can you hear me?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
I'm going to share the screens. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful Japan. We can see the picture.
All right. I'm going to start it.
Continent. Japan, located off the eastern coast of the Asian continent, is an arc-shaped string of islands 3,000 kilometers long. At the heart of the country lies Honshu, the main island, which accounts for 60% of Japan's landmass. It is home to Kyoto and Tokyo, the two most recent capitals. 3/5 of Japan is mountainous. On the coastal plains, the population is very dense. 80% of the Japanese live in cities. Moreover, the mountainous terrain limits the size and output of the farms. The percentage of young people in the Japanese population is continually decreasing. 20% of the Japanese are over the age of 65. The society takes care of the neediest, for social cohesion is a fundamental value here in Japan. There are raised markings on the sidewalks, for example, to help guide the blind. The omnipresent mountains are an obstacle to expanding habitations. To make the most of their reduced living space, the Japanese plant crops on any plot of land available, no matter how small. The traditional architecture has given way to high-rise constructions. To this general lack of space, they found a vertical solution. The traditions are deeply entrenched, especially in cuisine, where the creative presentation of the dishes is particularly important. Fresh produce is preferred, and the preparation involves a series of meticulous operations. The Japanese are very attentive to nature. In autumn, they follow the maple leaves day by day as they turn red. The Japanese like their nature discipline. Zen Buddhism, which was introduced into Japan in the 12th century, is based on meditation. The extremely sober Zen garden is designed to be conducive to meditation and self-awareness. The attitudes, the gestures, and clothing have been handed down through the centuries in often complex rituals full of symbolism. The ancient traditions nourish artistic creation. They are also kept alive by more contemporary forms of expression. The cinema, for example, which owes its success to several renowned directors and its cartoon heroes. And new traditions have appeared. A host of charming little characters are catching on quickly. These are the kawaii, which means cute. Children are taught to be socially responsible, but adults also get caught up in the game. The cat Maneki Neko brings good luck. He has good influence when you take an omikuchi from a vending machine. On a slip of paper, you'll find a general forecast for your future.
It means that I will have a better future.
The amount of farming is constantly decreasing and now accounts for barely 1% of the gross domestic product. Rice farming is surviving thanks to government subsidies. Japanese is the world's second most powerful economy after the United States. Industry accounts for 1/4 of the country's wealth and employs 1/4 of the workforce. The automobile industry is one of the country's economic powerhouses. Despite the handicap of the mountainous terrain, the Japanese have done wonders with their highway system. The mountains are not very high, but it takes works of art to cross them. Telecommunications are a way to save a good deal of time in this country whose roads often take roundabout paths. The highway tolls in Japan are among the highest in the world. The high-speed train, the Shinkansen, connects the major cities. It's a quick, reliable way to travel. The Shinkansen was inaugurated in 1964, 17 years before the French TGV. Both trains run at the same speed, around 300 kilometers an hour, but the Shinkansen wins out on frequency. On some lines, there are as many as 6 trains an hour.
So thank you so much for the making seeing to our videos. It's kind of some of the talking about Japan has many traditions and the great cultures, and also some of the unique point for some of the anime mangas. Yeah, I guess you will know about it. And also we also have the many of the good traditions and also the engagement. So back to the more back to the more topics for the being to Omura-sans. So my country has ranked to the 18th for the whole world for SDGs, but still need to take care about the gender balance, climate change, and the waters and about some of the tree and forest. So this point is a quite vital point to improve it. So what we do is introduce into
Jim,
the
can you do the slide share so that we can see the food picture? Is it possible or no?
All right, I can do it. Come on now.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Thanks. So yes, our culture has the tremendous some of the resources for the nature. You can see the mountains, you can see the cities, and you can see the islands. More than 10,000 islands exist in my country. So these islands we using using the green hydrogen, windmill, and solar powers. Likewise, you can see the graph. So here you can see the graph is nowadays recently just recent decade we increasing to the number of the solar powers more than 20% to 30%. And we also try to involve into some of the funds from overseas, like the China, US, sometimes India, introducing some of the latest technologies to improve, to transform the sustainable society. And we also focus on to the waters. In the waters is also how the issues for some of the Asia Pacific. Even my country does not have enough plenty of the water, because as the video mentioned about the one side of the island is land is covered by the mountain, and more than half of the area is covered by the forest. So we have to improve it to the international rivers and also the secure to the water resources. So what we do is my project is a Kankyo Cafe for improvement of educations. I mean online educations based on the topic for society, nature, and economic between the specialist and civil members. And also the phases for implementation is the four method: present the topic, questions, answer, and dialogue. With some adding to the workshop like the hazard mapping, VR, creation for tales, and we can evaluate understanding of empathy of the set of the themes before and after some of the Kankyo and both sides. I mean the disaster risk reduction in the form of the questionnaire and inquiry. We also have to contribute because as you know that this conference and this cafe or actions is also the kind of the topic talking about the more than 7 years in the universities, high school, and elementary schools, and developing some ESD education to making to the human resources who can support for the transformation of the transformation for industries and infrastructure to be more sustainable. So here's the impact. We have to overcome to the physical, economical, intentional, and time constraints. Because once time we can just see users per time to host the event in the Asia Pacific countries, and even in my countries also have the more than 2,200 people how they join to this kind of engagement, and we also improving from now. With getting to supportive with the national institutions and international conferences. So that's my all to my country-wide introductions and what our team members can contribute for the owners engagement. Sorry for taking too much.
Thank you so much, Jean. And we had a pleasure to go to Japan, and I really like the cleanliness there, the respect to, and the hospitality, the food, and how you have kept all the age-old culture tradition alive. So that is really inspiring when we visit Japan. So thank you so much. And we also hope, Jean, you will be, support and help to all our fellows from the region so that we can exchange knowledge, learn from Japan, and also Japan can also learn from all the fellows from the region. So thank you so much, Jean.
Thank you so much. And I also shared the 2 videos, which is talking about the Cruise Japan. And just next year, we're going to have the Expo, one of the biggest innovation fair, the same as the Dubai Expo. So you can find it, and you can also join to this kind of a great conference. Yeah, and it continues the 6 months, so you can join virtually or in person.
Yeah, maybe you can also share in the email the link, or you can just send us the link and you can share to all the fellows. I think we got an email from JICA about this expo thing.
Yes.
But if you have some other information, just give it to us and we will share it among our fellows. Maybe somebody can apply and join. Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So we had a wonderful session today, and we will keep everything, the recording in the platform. So thank you. And we just, I think now 15 minutes, we are late, but it's okay. Today is a special day, so it doesn't matter. And thank you for all the presenters. And it's lovely to know about your culture, your, religions, food, the biodiversity issues. And I feel like, as Iris also was saying, we are so similar in so many ways. I can really relate to when Naveed and when Indian presentation was there. I can very relate with them because we also celebrate the same thing mostly. So we are all like, we really have to promote humanity, and also neighborhood because we are all so same. We are different countries, but at heart, we are all humans. So we can see that through the presentation. So thank you so much. And this is a wonderful gathering today. And having said that, I would really like to take some pictures. Okay, everybody's smiling, maybe tired also. Aishwarya, can you turn on your camera so that you are seen in the picture? All right, guys, more smiling faces we want to see. Noreen, Dipsika, Jill is already smiling. Aishwarya, are you there? If somebody is not turning up, I will feel that they are not there.
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
yes, I'm there. My video is also on.
Okay, thank you. Now the next page. Noor, you are just right or left, Noor Baig. So just in front so that we can see you. Okay, Noor. And then the next page we have Nehal, Amrit, I can see Syed. I can also see Madhu Basini. I think today the new name, I don't know. Something Purni, something I thought like your name starts with P, but no, doesn't matter. Maybe the middle name. Priyanka. And we have the last one, Jangtuk, Bina, Muhima, Aaron, Buya, Muhammad, Hira. Okay, thank you so much, guys. See you on 5th of April now. This is that day we start the new session of the new pillar. That is leadership pillar. Peter David will be starting with the first session. We will be all together having 9 sessions for the leadership pillar. It will be very, very interesting. Please do not miss any session because it is a continuation. It is not like it's different sessions. It is a continuation from the first to 8 sessions. So if you miss one session, doesn't really, you will not know, you will not learn anything actually. So having said that, thank you all. Bye-bye. Take care and see you again soon.